When you date much younger people as a woman, it's not fun. Because for women, sex is mental. You want to get into our bed, you got to get into our head. You got to smell nice. You got to dress good. You got to play good music. Little dudes don't do that. They don't do, you know what they think they do? They get manscaped. I don't want to see that. All shaved down there like a little baby bird. Yee, yee, yee. I don't want to see that. I want to see a man, a real man. You're a man. I'm not flirting, but he's age appropriate. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm a woman of a certain age. You're in man pants. You're in pants with a fly and a button. You're not sitting there in jeggings and little moose knuckle. No, you're a grown-ass man. They can fix shit. You got tools, don't you? You got tools. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I'm moist as a bunt cake. I'm not flirting, but that's so sexy. Sexy. I'm looking at you, little dude, not interested. You know what I mean? No, you're cute. You're cute. But you know what's good about dating a guy like him? You don't have to break up with him. You know, you just stop buying groceries. You know what I mean? They're like giant entitled raccoons. Who needs that? I want a real man. I think I dated young, strong, virile men because I thought that was accomplishment, success, that you could protect me. But it's not. I want spiritual success. I want real accomplishment. Saggy balls. I want saggy balls. That's wisdom, my man. That's like rings on a tree, baby. I believe in like envisioning what you want, deciding what you want. I've given him a name, Larry. You know, with like a little Jufro, maybe like a bald spot in the back he covers with hairspray. The universe loves specificity. The layer bear, he golfs, maybe he's got a black Tesla, you know what I mean? You know those guys, the little wiry fucks, you know those little wiry hairy guys that look like they were like dipped in glue and rolled in pubes? You know those guys. I want that guy. I've had a lot of time to think about this. I've been alone 14 months. I'm like a free-range chicken. I just let everything go. My hair grew out. Fuck it. That's what brown magic marker's for. I don't care. Yeah, my little waxer. I don't miss that little bitch. Ripping my pubes out from the roots. Fuck her. I'm not going back. I look like I have Colin Kaepernick in a thigh lock. I'm not. I don't care. No, I'll take some scissors to it soon, you know what I mean? And then I'm going analog. I'm going Bic razor and Nair and who wears short shorts, but I'm not ready yet. It's like feng shui. If you build it, they will come. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ready yet. I'm gearing up for the lair bear. I'm excited about it. I believe in this stuff. I believe in manifesting. And I've had a lot of time to CSI my life. Yeah, I've been married and divorced 3 times. Fuck it, I don't care. There's no shame in my game. It's better to be divorced than plotting someone's death in their sleep, okay? It's true. Because the little dudes, it's different because it's not fulfilling. Because for women, like I said before, sex is mental. And we have different types of the big O. And it's been so long since I've had like a big O. Am I embarrassing you? No, because you don't even know what I'm talking about. That's why you're not embarrassed. No, I thought about it. Like men have one type of the big O. It's just like a sneeze, like a delicious chew, like that. I love the way women laugh, like, tell them, Monique, tell them. Tell them. Women get dicky drunk, you know? Women, we get dicky drunk. We get drunk from the wiener. When you have one big O, you know. First of all, you know how you know that it was like the one big one? She giggles. When she's done, she goes, like that. And then we get out of bed and we like wobble, not just because our knees are weak, but because we're under the influence of an entire experience of you trying to make us happy. And we run into a door that's been there for 10 years. Someone with a lump on her head right there in the front row. Amen. Can I get a witness? Yeah. That never happened with the little dudes. It never happened with the little dudes. And you can't train them. It takes too long.
I can't take it anymore. And I'm telling you, like, sometimes I feel sorry for my husband because I'm always on edge. But the fact of the matter is, we don't argue over much anymore, okay? Want to know what we argue about? A lot of people have talked about this. We argue over the GPS. He will listen to that GPS as if it was Moses coming down off the mountain. If it said turn left into the ocean, he would turn left into the ocean. Hey, maybe it's a shortcut. We're submerged right now. He's like, you're just jealous. You're jealous that I listen to her. I am jealous. I'm jealous she's somewhere else and I'm in the fucking car with him. That's what I am jealous of. That's what I'm jealous of. I want that broad's life. I'll tell you, here's the other thing we argue about. He snores and he doesn't believe me. If somebody who shares a pillow with you tells you that you snore, believe them. Why would I make that up? Now it's a game. Now I gotta prove to him. Now I'm a documentarian. I gotta film him, right? Like I'm looking for a Yeti in the Andes. This is ridiculous. Why would I make that up? I'm in the business of words. I'd make up something way more fantastical. Be like, you know what you do while you sleep? It's the weirdest thing. You juggle. Yeah, I know. I heard this noise. Boom, boom, boom. I opened my eyes. Pillows hitting the ceiling. In a rhythmic formation. It's ridiculous. Listen, I love him. I'm not going anywhere. And that fact was tested a couple years ago. He got sick. Really sick. He's okay now. But at the time when he got sick, we Googled it on WebMD and we thought for sure he was dying. Right? And he said to me, he goes, if something happens to me, I want you to know you can get married again. I was like, oh my, I didn't even want to get married this time. What are the odds I get knocked up at this age? So I said, what do you mean? Like, he's testing me. You realize that, right? When he tells me I can get married again. He's testing me to see if I'm loyal. Of course I'm loyal. I'm a 3 a.m. friend. I will show up at 3 o'clock in the morning with a shovel and bail money, no questions asked, okay? That's who I am. But he's testing, well, I get so mad he's testing me, because what am I supposed to say to you can get married again? Huh? Oh, can I have Frank's number in case you're in a coma? So I gave him the answer that I knew he needed, all right? Because that's who I am. I love this man. This is the light of my life. I told him, I said, listen, no matter what happens to you, as long as I walk this earth, there will never be another man who gets to call me his wife. And you could tell he was relieved. I said, but I will bang a lot of people. I'm Tammy Pescatelli. Good night. God bless. Thank you so much. Good night.
It's very weird. I get hit on by young men. I know, it's ridiculous. Thanks for the complete and utter shock. And I just like dead silence, like really, no. I really, yeah, I do. This gorgeous 25-year-old, he was so good looking. He was the stage manager on my show, and he said, Caroline, I want to come home with you. And I said, are you locked out? Like, do you want to use my phone? And he said, no, I want to be with you. And I was like, you do? Okay, great. I'm going to go home right now. I'm going to need about a half an hour of lead time to shoot out every street lamp between here and my apartment. And then I'm going to put some temporary blinding drops in your eyes. They're going to sting at first, but it's going to make it better for both of us. And I'll be naked with my stomach over my head because I had a C-section at 44. I can't sleep sleep with a young guy. I live in fear of his Facebook status saying, I fucked Aunt Hilda and it was magical. I can't do that. I can't do that. So this one cute boy, he kept on saying to me, send me a picture of your boobs. And I was like, what? And he goes, no, seriously, send me a picture of your boobs. So I'm like, you want me to send you a picture of my naked boobs? And he was like, yes. So I sent him my mammogram. And yeah, it got rid of his lump. So I know you, like, people do this now, but you know what? So I tried to play along. Do you know how hard it is to take a good picture of your boob while holding the camera over your head so you don't have like 50 chins? I was like, because you're not going to send this. You know, like, so I was like, I'm like lying on the bed. They were both immediately on the side table. Exhausted from a long day, sound asleep. Come on, girls, take a picture. Seriously, it was like bad children taking a picture. One was looking forward, the other one was looking back. I was like, oh, come on. So I texted him and I said, I'm gonna have to send them one at a time. I can't. I study Kabbalah, and my sister's very supportive. She calls it Kablabla. And you know, it's like my teacher is from Israel, and he has this like crazy Israeli accent, and he's trying to really like teach me the way, but because of his accent, this is what he says. Caroline, the most important thing is that you fuck us. Fuck us in the morning. Fuck us all day. And fuck us right before bed. I'm like, it's a long O. That is really gonna get you in quite a bit of trouble. So this woman came up to me and she goes, you know, I know that you're a porn star. I Googled you. And I said, wasn't it obvious upon meeting me? And why are they all porn stars? There's no porn character actors. And there's no porn neighbor. I got your package. Anyway, so she was right. It wasn't that she was a porn star. There's a woman who has my name. I think she's Korean, and she's a phone sex operator. I know, isn't that crazy? But there's not a lot of middle-aged phone sex operators. Hey, baby. Yeah, do you want to come over and bend me over the coffee table? Yeah. Well, not the whole way. I herniated L3 and L4. Yeah. Well, maybe I could climb up on top. Well, I can't because I tore my meniscus. But fetish, do you like bunions? Shingles? Maybe we could do shots, flu shots.
You know, I've been thinking about a lot. Look, can we just take it down for a minute? I've been thinking a lot about Melania. Like, I really think about her. By the way, before we start this, you should know I'm not married. I'm what men in Texas call a handful. Don't really call me anything. They just look a little terrified. This is true, okay? I saw a guy, we'll go back in a minute to Melania, don't forget. I was in Times Square a couple months ago, and I saw a guy I dated like 15 years ago, and we just caught eyes, one of those weird New York serendipitous moments. Across like midtown traffic, we caught each other's eye, and the minute he saw me, no lie, he went, and quickened his step, and I was like, yeah, go run, pussy, run! Okay, fast. This is why I think about Melania. This is why I think about Melania Trump. Because first of all, God bless her, she did not buy on for this. She didn't think he was gonna be the president. We didn't think he was gonna be the president. She just wanted to send some money back to Slovenia. I don't know this for sure, but I think. And listen, we need to be more empathetic. Like, seriously, we have a lot of women here tonight. Let's just be more empathetic for the country. Like, Melania blows him. That's right. Well, somebody's got to do it. That's right. My girlfriend was like, how would you blow Donald Trump? I'm like, with all your jewelry on, every fucking bit of it. Kneeling in uncut diamonds. Your arms are heavy from all the tennis bracelets. You've got huge rings. You're wearing like 2 Miss Universe crowns, and you just... You can't look up. That's what you can't do. You can't look up and see, because he's got that resting dick face all the time. Like, you know, this sex face isn't a lot better. And he probably wants her to say things that aren't true, because I've been with a lot of men. I'm sure it's like, you know, she's supposed to say, like, oh, Donald, fuck me with your big black cock, please. You know he does stuff like that. I dress like this really. Do you want to know something, though? In the 50s, all we had to do was make breakfast, lunch, and dinner and avoid a beating. That's the America we're trying to get back to, by the way. And then somebody stood up and said, we should work. And I was like, oh, thank you, Gloria. Sit down. And before I go, can I say this? It's just us and people at home. There was a time, girls, when we couldn't vote or read. We couldn't vote or read. Do you know that? How great does it sound? It's a little great. Think about it. We wouldn't be responsible for anything happening in the government right now. We would just be quilting with the girls. These men are making some poor decisions, aren't they? Don't tell anybody what I said. I don't want to get beat. Hot roast is ready. I gotta go. Thank you.
Oh my God. I gotta tell you this one thing. I have one of those, what do you call those? What are they called now? Husbands. And I know, right? You got one of those? I don't even know why I got married. I mean, I know why. The health insurance, but I think every woman who has a husband imitates their husband in the same exact way. We all have that same husband voice, and this is it. Yeah, so my husband comes home and he's like, I don't know why. He didn't tell me why. You're cute. Yeah, you're cute when you're a boyfriend. As soon as you're a husband, you have buck teeth and you talk like this. I don't know. And when you're married for a really long time like me, we hunch our back. I don't know. And when you get married, you lose your brain. Then you start asking us where things are without even thinking where the item might possibly be. Why? My husband will just scream my name for 5 minutes. Hi! Sweetie, where's the battery? The battery in the battery drawer. Says battery's right on it. It's been there for 5 years. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me. How was I supposed to know? Yeah, but it says it because it says battery. But you didn't tell me. It says it! We're marrying the same guy, right? Please help me with this one. Please help me with this one. How can my husband go to the dollar store and spend $150? How does that happen? Do you know what that means for me, sir? Do you know what that means? That means I have to find a place for 150 shitty items. Exactly, yeah. For him to ask me where the hell they are a week later. What'd you do with the stuff from the dollar store? I put it right here with my keys and my sandwich last week. What'd you do with it? How about batteries? I'm gonna put more. No, he wasn't. He doesn't put anything away, and when I put it away and he can't find it, he gets mad at me, and then he starts calling me Patty Put Away. What'd you do with it, Patty? Hey, Patty, put away, Patty. Patty, put away, Patty, 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 put away, Patty! Patty! My name's Carrie, by the way. Yeah, love him to death. Love him to death. But we're getting divorced. We're not, but if we were, it would be over the computer. Yeah, if I have to teach him cut and paste one more time. This is his favorite game. He loves this game because he knows he can win. We're about to fall asleep, and he says, let's see who can go to sleep the fastest. Because guys, you're out like that. You're not even finished telling us you're asleep and you're asleep. I think I'm gonna... I want to fall asleep like that. Women can't fall asleep like that. Don't you want to fall asleep like that? We can't. Yes, we can't. We're like a computer that can't shut down. There's something operating on it, and that pinwheel keeps turning. That's your inner voice trying to go to sleep. This is my inner voice going, Carrie, go to sleep. You gotta go to sleep. You gotta work out tomorrow morning. You gotta work out. You ate way too much today. I know. How many calories in a muffin? Times 3. That bitch better not get my coffee wrong tomorrow morning. I swear to God. What's so hard about large black? Go to sleep, Carrie. You have so much to do. Don't forget to call the plumber. I'm not gonna forget. You're gonna forget. You should wake up and write it down. I'm not waking up. I'm not writing it down. Well, don't forget. You have so much to do tomorrow. And why is my rash not gone? My rash should be gone by now. I'm using the strong stuff. It's so weird that I thought of large black, then I thought of my plumber. Then I thought of my rash. Carrie, go to sleep. You have so much to do. I hate myself. I hate my hair. I have nothing to wear. Nothing fits. I need bangs. I need Botox. Shit, should have married someone rich. You know what, Carrie? You should stop thinking of yourself. You should be praying to God at a time like this. You should be thinking about someone who's less fortunate. You're right. Dear God, it's me, Carrie. God bless everybody. And I know you're really busy, God, but please, God, when you get a second, please, God, make my period come, please. I don't think I'm pregnant. I know I'm not pregnant, but I think I might be going through the change, and I'm just way too young to be going through the change. I can't be going through the change. Oh my God, I could be sick. I'm sick. Oh my God, my rash is cancer. I have cancer. He's sleeping, thank God. Whew. Now I don't have to have sex with him. Maybe I should wake him up and have sex with him. Maybe that would relax me and I can finally fall asleep. Should I wake him up? No, I'm too tired. It's too late. Well, it's only gonna take a second.
I've become a cliche, an old lady with too many cats who's also single. Living alone, I guess it really hasn't been easy on me or my sex life. Although, it's not like it took a pandemic for my vagina to be on lockdown. Now, even my Alexa knows that I'm in a dry spell. She's heard me so often complain about having no sex in a long time that once I said, Alexa, what's the time? And she said, it has been a long time. It was so long ago that iPhones had a charging port and a headphone jack. Yes, even the iPhone's holes were being more occupied than yours. Some would call that Alexa spying, but I call it finally getting some goddamn attention. No, for my birthday, she sent me chocolates and a 10-speed dildo. With batteries. I will admit to you that I am indeed on a dating app. Not just one. I'm on Raya, Elite Singles, and Bumble, and celebrities who once fucked James Bond, MacGyver, and Superman, but can't find a date, so have been single for years.com. But I do worry that If you don't use it, you lose it. That's what they say. I know that applies to my brain and my biceps. I'm wondering if it includes my clitoris. Has my vagina gotten old like the rest of me? And does it need Botox or fillers? It definitely needs filling. How dry is it? Could we hold Burning Man in there next year? These were questions I needed answered. I needed my gynecologist to go down on me. So I'm in his office, and I'm lying there with my legs up in the stirrups, and he's rooting around. And I finally get up the nerve to ask him, doctor, does it look like a guy would have a good time in there? He peeked his head up over the sheet that was covering my lap, and he said, Terry, you have a totally average vagina. Well, does he mean average? Like 49% of women have better vaginas and 49% of women have worse vaginas? Or does he mean average like a C? Because I am not a C student, and I certainly don't intend to start with my vagina. Well, he said he meant it like it was just perfectly, normally, functionally fine. And I'm an honest gal, so that is how I introduce myself now. Hi, I'm Terry. I have a totally average vagina. Even my mother, my 86-year-old mother, called me the other day so excited. Terry, your father and I have met the most amazing man. He's single, he used to be a pilot, and he speaks Russian. So then she said to me 4 words that made me consider legally emancipating myself even though I'm in my 50s. Here, talk to him. Oh, yeah, so, right, you can picture me going, no, Mom, no, what are you doing? Mom, don't hand the phone, please don't hand the phone to. Hello, Terry. This is Pete. Or whatever the fuck he said. I don't remember because my head was spinning, my heart was pounding, my palms were sweaty. I felt like I was somewhere between a stroke and a grizzly attack. I squeaked out an awkward, hello. Terry Hatcher, he said. This is so cool. Your mom's told me all about you. Okay, so let's recap. I am talking to a total stranger. He knows exactly who I am, exactly what I look like. He could have even masturbated to me at some point in his life. It's true, I've been around a long time. I said, Pete, I'm sure you can appreciate that this has caught me a little off guard. How exactly did you meet my mom? Oh, we just bumped into each other in Costco. Oh my God. Is my mom just strolling down the aisles of Costco, like telling everyone that her world-famous daughter is so pathetically in need of a date that she'll just hand out my number to any man without a wedding ring? I hear my mom in the background yelling, "Speak Russian to her!" I mean, the only thing Russian I want right now is a case of vodka. I said, Pete, could you put my mom back on the phone? She told me she was texting me a picture. I got the picture. Actually, Pete was kind of cute. But then I looked closer. I zoomed in on the photo and I could see that he was wearing a Costco name tag.
Some people have suggested that I try one of these dating websites. Well, all these websites act the same way, right? They make you fill out a questionnaire, right? And they try to match you up with what you have in common with another person, right? You're all smart people. You know, you don't need a website to tell you if you have something in common. So I say, match people up by what's wrong with them. Right? It's a much more efficient way to do it. Like, I'll give you an example. You match up, say, the anorexics, match them up with the compulsive eaters. I mean, think about it. It's like, you gonna eat that? No, here, you can have it. I love you, I love you. Or you match up the guys with erectile dysfunction, match them up with the vaginal dryness women. I think it was like, you feel like doing it tonight? Well, I do, but I can't. Neither can I! I love you, I love you. Okay. Or you match up the people with that sleep apnea, you know, the ones got to wear that gas mask to bed. Match them up with the restless leg people. This way, if they stop breathing in the middle of the night, you got it covered, right? You'll be laying in bed and be like, oh my God, wake up! Wake up! I love you, I love you. And I love you, thank you all so much.
I'm middle-aged, I'm single, and I'm ready to date again. I find myself in bed with a younger guy. Out of the blue, the dude says to me, when did you quit smoking? And I'm thinking, that's a funny thing to say. Then it occurs to me, he's looking at my estrogen patch and thinking it's for nicotine. Now I'm wondering, what's more of a turnoff, smoking or menopause? So I say to him, it's only been 3 months and it's very hard. We had great sex, then he jumped on a skateboard and never saw him again. Oh, I'll tell you, this whole aging thing is for the birds. Yesterday, I could not remember the word asparagus. Now, when I couldn't remember a word when I was in my 40s, I would joke about it and say, I'm having a senior moment. Now it's no joke. And that's not the worst of it. All of a sudden, my rings don't fit. My shoes are tight. So my girlfriend says to me, oh, well, you know, parts of your body keep growing as you get older. Wait a minute, what? Yeah, didn't you know? Your hands, your feet, your nose, your ears, they all keep getting bigger as you age. That's sexy. Because, you know, there's a million guys out there wanting to sleep with a hobbit. Oh, I could kill Peter for turning gay. Meanwhile, neither of us have anyone. Watch, we'll end up back together. And should we ever want to have sex, we only have to hire one guy. Thank you so much. You've been a great audience. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night.
Like, I had a guy, this was his line to me. He said, I have money. That was it. I was like, well, how much? Right? Don't be vague. Not on that. Be specific. It gets weird, you know, being single, going on dates. Like, one time I was in between an architect and a guy who could do a headstand. These were my options. And the architect is great, because women, we like to say what a guy does for a living. You know, we like to say, oh, he drew that. That was, you know, look, architect. Headstand guy, I don't know how to explain that at a party. If I take him to the party, how am I gonna... They go, what do you do, baby? Go outside and show them that amazing headstand that you can achieve. I mean, it's great stuff. He's on Instagram, it's like in the sun, it's great. I went on a date with him. On the date, he wasn't drinking, which is weird. That's how you get through a date. He's just sober facing me the whole time. So I asked him, I go, do you drink? That's a normal question to ask someone when they're not drinking, but it threw him. One eye went the other way. And this is what he said, I kid you not. He goes, well, when I'm at the strip club, I have sangria. There's so many problems with that answer. It's on so many levels. It's just, you can't even deal with all the levels of problems in that. I was in a small restaurant in New York. There was a guy in the corner just like, yeah, no, you don't want it. And then I'm wondering, is there a guy at the strip club just chopping fruit for sangria? Kiki's good tonight, yeah. Trying to do things different, though. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I used to date young. I can't date young anymore. The court said I can't. I can't even look at them, no. I don't mean to. It's like I said, I aged well, and they just come at me. I'll be hanging out at the GameStop, and they just come into my life. What am I supposed to do? I'm like, you want this? Come and get it. But it was exhausting. Dating young, this guy was always awake, just looking at me. Like, what next? I was like, nothing. Take a nap, shit. Go to sleep. This was 3 whites ago, by the way, 3 whites ago. He talked a lot, too. Oh, my God, he talked so much. I told him, I said, I need some white noise, and I don't mean you, okay?
I had one white guy like, how do I turn a big black woman like you on? I said, I am very turned on by Morton Steakhouse. I love that place. The ones I had large meat, I don't care how large yours is. You know what I'm saying? Just feed me first. That's all I'm saying. I'm way less judgmental when I'm full. Black guys in LA, they were hard to come by. Because they like everything. New York men are more like, I like this, I stick with that. In LA, they're like, I date everybody. It's a fucking buffet out there. So I'd meet one and be like, you know what? We go together. I wouldn't even ask. You're my boyfriend. I can't find none of y'all, okay? We go together. You know what? I attract a black guy. I always get the reacclimation black guy. Know what that is, sir? I feel like you know what I'm talking about. Know what that is? I get the black guy who has not had a black girlfriend in years. And then he meets me, he's like, oh, girl, I want to come back. I want to come back. Can you train me? You need to watch BET. I don't got time to train you on how to be a black man. But I knew that he and I weren't going to work. You know why? He had a lot of white requests. He was like, Jackie, let's get up at 5 a.m. and go for a run on the beach. Ah, the third one. I'm like, why? Is the gym closed? They open at 9. What the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, Jackie, I wanna make love to you in the shower. Let's get in the shower. I'm like, can you see me? I don't do water sports. I'm like, you know what? Before I say no, let me go get my big pink plastic floral Walmart shower cap. If I had that big ass hat on and your dick still gets hard, you deserve it, okay? You're a fucking trooper. That is not a come fuck me hat. We all know, we all got that hat at home, okay? He was like, he wanted to go hiking on the first date. Hiking! I said, that's white. I'm sorry. That is really white. How about I now act out my own homicide, Law and Order? How about that? I'm not going hiking with a goddamn stranger. In the woods? Really? Do you not have TV? That's right. No dates in the middle of nowhere. Hell no. I used to have a propensity to attract young dudes. They like me because I have a very youthful, I'm happy. They like happy. But they're easy to get. It's like shooting fish in the barrel, getting a young guy. But you can lure them into your house with a game console. There's no challenge with a young guy. PS5, penis forever. That's all I'm saying. Is that what the P stands for? It should. Oh, God. Old guys. Ooh, I do well at attracting an old dude, boy. You know what? You know why I attract old guy? Why? I get the Bluetooth, man. Y'all know the old ass black guy with the Bluetooth? Is that you, sir? I feel like you might be that dude. No, right here, Baldy. Where is it? Oh, you wearing one right now? You wearing one right now? I get the black guy with the Bluetooth on all day for no goddamn reason. I was in a bar with a guy, Bluetooth, face blinking for 3 hours. I'm like, are you closing on a house, Samuel? Turn that off. It's midnight on Saturday. Anybody looking for you? I feel like a lot of old guys don't know how to get laid, though. They're out of the game. They don't really know how to, the lingo. I was in one show, guy in the front row, cute, 49 years old. I was joking. I was like, do you have high blood pressure? And he said, of course. That's not how you get your dick sucked, sir. That's not the way. But the advantage of dating men at 50 is that I'm honest. You know what I mean? Like, that whole thing about all night long, isn't that a fucking lie? The only thing I want all night long is sleep and a shoe sale. You know what I'm saying? I do not want dick all night long. But I can say no to certain dicks now. When you get older, you learn. I got my first ever dick pic. I've only gotten one in a text. This guy liked me, wanted to sell it to me. Text of his penis, 11 inches long. 11 inches! No. 11 inches. And my girlfriend said, you're a big girl. You can handle that. I said, bitch, I'm not hollow. What the fuck? There's shit inside. There's muscles and bones. Anything that big enters your body, you know what it's called? An intruder. What's that? That's that a lung, bitch, or a spleen? You don't need any more burgers. You finished. You full.
And the things that are supposed to prepare women for life don't at all. Like, I was in the Girl Scouts. The Girl Scouts does not teach you any skills, right? The Girl Scouts basically teaches you to sell a bunch of cookies that you didn't freaking make, okay? Like, if you're to take the skills you learned in the Girl Scouts and apply them as an adult, you're selling things to strangers in a mini skirt. You're a hooker. That's what you do for a living. That's your job now. But guys learn real skills. You guys, go to the Eagle Scouts and you guys learn how to, make ropes and make fires and stuff. And women don't learn those kind of survival skills. And I was thinking about how much that pissed me off after that happened to me, But then I kind of got perspective. I was like, you know what? Guys may know how to make ropes and fires and stuff, but women, we can make people. Okay, that is pretty badass, okay? Give me the backseat of a Taurus and some Sutter home, I can duplicate. And guess what? It comes out on a freaking rope. It's hard though. Going from a long relationship to starting to date again is very difficult because when you're in a long-term relationship, you're comfortable, right? You don't have to wear any makeup. You can just pee in front of the person or whatever. When you're dating somebody new, you have to try to be perfect for the new guy. Like, I've been dating a new guy and I've been trying to be so perfect. Basically, the first 3 months of me dating this guy, every second has basically been me trying to not fart. That's all it is. Every second of every day, it's just like, please don't fart, please don't fart, please don't fart. Please don't fart. My ass is in the shape of its life. That's the upside. But the hard part is that I'll sometimes stay at his house for a couple days at a time, and I have to hold it in so long that by the time I leave, I'm like, all right, see you later. Sometimes you can catch air, like. Because you're always trying to be perfect for the new guy, Like, when I stay at this guy's house, the extent to which I try to be perfect for this guy, I will wake up at 6 a.m. while he's still asleep, sneak into the bathroom, put on a full face of makeup, sneak back into bed, so by the time he wakes up, I look like Lady Gaga or something. Which is so ridiculous. Women, we do not need to look cute in the morning for our man. We don't need it. Because guys, before your eyes even open in the morning, you guys have erections. You don't even know what's lying next to you, and you're just ready to have sex with it. Really? You are heathens. You guys literally wake up in the morning, you're like, where's a hole? Give me a hole. It is barbaric.